Hello everybody, I'm Danrvdtree2000, also known as Dan2x15 on Xbox Live, and by God, I just watched Wrestlemaina Night 2, and again, I can agree, it was stupendous, and it had some really good matches all throughout. And my God, I'm going to review them all, starting with the triple threat match for the Raw Tag Team Championships, as the champions RK Bro, Randy Orton and Riddle defended their titles against the Alpha Academy and the Street Profits, and it was a heck of a triple threat match, back and forth all match. There were points where I thought I had new Raw Tag Team Champions, but despite all that, that massive RKO from Riddle onto Montez Ford, followed up by a RKO out of nowhere onto Chad Gable, and a 1, 2, 3. That's it, and still the Raw Tag Team Champions RK Bro. And after the match, of course, the Street Profits are like, hey, you got us, man. You defeated us big time. Here, celebrate with us. Celebrate WrestleMania. They gave him the red solo cups and even invited Chad Stevenson into the ring. And it was like, yeah, we can celebrate. But then Jay was like, you gotta know one thing when you're dealing with me, and that is to shoosh. And of course, you know, one belly to belly later, he's out, and everyone celebrates the victory for RK Bro. And the next matchup, of course, was Omos versus Bobby Lashley, and I thought this was going to be a no-brainer. I thought Omos was going to dominate Bobby Lashley, which he did, and then to be that gnarly big move, I think it was there where I think he did. He had but yes, I would have thought that almost that would kick his ass, but he didn't. And that big bear hug into the corner, and Bobby Lashley's head, bang, boom. That must have gave him a concussion, but it didn't. He was wobbling for a bit and was just a bit dizzy, but he got out of it. He took out Omos. Not once, but twice with a spear. Once with a spear to the back. The other one was like more like a tackle than it was a spear. Then the final finishing spear. 1, 2, 3. The almighty Bobby Lashley for the victory. That was good. Then came the laughs. The laughs of the matchup. It was funny as hell, as the anything goes match between Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn went the way that I wanted Sami Zayn to win, but obviously we all knew Johnny Knoxville was going to win, and he did, but it wasn't without the help of all his pals, from including that dancing guy, literally stripping almost naked, and you can see his freaking butt cheeks, for crying out loud. Wee Man getting involved. There was a table with mouse traps glued to it, and to finish off the match, we had Sami Zayn being taken down, put onto a one wacky sized giant ass mouse trap, and bang! It didn't. It was supposed to pull it, and it was supposed to land on him, but he improvised, and it's still effective. 1, 2, 3, the winner, Johnny Knoxville. That was quite entertaining. Then we got into more serious business as the fatal 4-way tag team match for the Women's Tag Team Championship, as the tag team champions Carmella and Queen Selena defended their titles against Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, that were dressed up as Batman and Catwoman, I think. I'm not too sure. It looked like some latex type of stuff, but it was Batman and Catwoman. Byron Sexton was clearly telling us that's who it was. Then we had Natalia and Shayna Baszler. I think was a good moment, and well, and of course, you know, Sasha Banks and Naomi as well. they came out were right in a nice entrance, driving like, what was that, a Lamborghini? I think they said it was. I can't remember, some fast car anyway. But in the end, Naomi and Sasha Banks became the new women's tag team champions. Hey, congratulations to those two, and that was quite a decent match, to be fair. Then the next match, of course, was Edge versus AJ Styles. Again, a very good matchup, probably one of the two matches which was match of the night, because there's one match that didn't go exactly the way I thought it was, and there was even a bonus match that was thrown in, well, two bonus matches if you think about it. We had, but Edge versus AJ Styles, I had to applaud that. That was a great matchup. Great entrances from both. The nice white and blue was, I looked like that was really nice for AJ Styles, and of course we had Edge with his brand new attire that was to go with his brand new gimmick and his brand new persona. I loved every single bit of it, including the end where Damian Priest showed up out of nowhere. Slightly put AJ Styles off his groove. He looked at him funny and said, "Hey, what are you doing here?" Turned around, went to go and hit the phenomenal forearm, but Edge caught him with a spear, and that was it. 1, 2, 3. The winner, WWE Hall of Famer, Edge. What is going to happen with those two on Monday Night Raw? We shall find out, because at the end it was Edge and Damian Priest laughing and raising their arms together to say, "Hey, this is the new team on Monday Night Raw." Protege and it's kind of like a protege type deal. I like the fact that Edge is working with the younger talent and helping them out. Damian Priest is a really good person to actually help out here, in my retrospect, in my opinion. So, things considered, this is a good thing. And then we had a random matchup then I thought was going to take place on night 1, but it turns out they moved it to night 2. And it was the New Day, that's the Sheamus and Ridge Holland, and I like the fact that the New Day came down wearing Big E's attire that he won the WWE Championship on, the colours scheme, that was really good, but they still got their asses kicked. The distraction from Butch, the entire shenanigans, a one bro kick to Xavier Woods later, it was all over, and then after Ridge Holland hitting his finisher after that, it was just over in like seconds. That was one of the disappointing matches that I didn't like. Then after that disappointment of a match came a really good feel matchup. It was awesome. I enjoyed every last second of it. Including oh, Pat McAfee won, yeah, he beat Austin Theory and so on, because that was a great moment for him. It was a roll-up to win, of all roll-ups, to get the 1-2-3 victory, but then, after, going to Austin Theory and saying, "Hey, what the hell, Vince McMahon, damn it." And Pat being so stupid, is like, "Hey, come on, Vince, you can have a piece of me now. I can get a one on the boss." And of course, the 75-year-old man was like, "Okay, I'll take off my suit and my freaking shirt and my tie, and ho behold, I'm wearing my old gear." That's a good throwback gear with the straps. I like that. That was like the best. I know he was wearing he should have worn the black instead of the dark blue, knowing going into this, but it was nice to see Vince McMahon still had it, and the fans agreed by chanting, "You still got it." I agreed. I personally love to see Vince McMahon get his ass kicked, but he got over, because it's Vince McMahon, damn it, I'm gonna get over. And well, he did beat the Pat McAfee, and it's not like it was a normal singles match, and of course Austin Theory got involved, the referee saw him get involved. It should have been a disqualification, but it wasn't, because the referee ain't gonna disqualify his boss now, is he? So, and then he got the little football, the Dallas Cowboys football, American football and he basically teased punting it into the crowd, and after that he punted it into the gut of Pat McAfee and went for the pin. 1, 2, 3. You know, he even cleared the ring and had the celebration from Mr. McMahon and Austin Theory. Of course, on the top rope going, yeah, I'm the man, and then what happens? We hear the glass shatter, and bada bing, bada boom, Austin goes out there, kicks all kinds of ass, gives Austin Austin Theory a Stone Cold Stunner, and he sells it like crazy. Bravo, man, for selling that stunner like crazy. And as the years have gone by from Mr. McMahon, the classic, I give you the beer, McMahon, here you go, drinks the beer, that hits a very weak ass stunner, as if it was just like when he hit the first stunner for Vince McMahon, when he took the very first stunner. And in a way, I feel like that was like a throwback in a sense, where he couldn't connect with the stunner properly on Vince McMahon, and he weren't going to take that much of a sick bump for hitting the stunner, because the knees, man, the freaking knees. He's a bit. He didn't really. He only did like a couple of clotheslines when he was facing Pat McAfee. So, yeah, victory went to Vince McMahon and Pat McAfee in those separate matches. However, Stone Cold was celebrating with Pat McAfee and gave Pat McAfee a stunner. So that was great. It was all celebrations. Everyone didn't care because even though it was Pat McAfee, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin at the end of the day. Everyone's gonna cheer him no matter what he does. But we had that excitement, and we went on to the next matchup, as it was indeed the very last matchup indeed. Yep, was the champion versus champion, the WWE champion, Brock Lesnar, defending his WWE championship against the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. The big dog, the tribal chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, the title versus title champion versus champion, winner take all, unification match, and it went as quick as I thought. You know, there was some suplexes. I think there was about 5 German suplexes, kicks to the knees from Brock Lesnar, his signature moves. You know, took off the gloves at the very beginning after the introductions were done, and well, not much else happened after that. It was 5 Superman punches and an F5 a kick out, a spear a kick out. There was even a spear spot where Paul Heyman was begging for Roman Reigns and saying, "Oh no, please!" It was all Roman's idea, and he gets speared through the barricade. Brock Lesnar gets speared through the barricade. That was awesome, and it ended where Brock Lesnar had he counted the spear into the Kimura, and I thought that was awesome. I thought it was going to tap, but then Paul Heyman pushes the ropes towards Roman Reigns, and he grabs the ropes. He gets out of it. He says to Heyman, "I think it's come out. I think it's come loose. It's come loose." I don't know if that was real or not, or if that was just a ploy. So I don't know if that was or not. That's the mystery of WWE. You never know when something is real, and But in the end, after Lesnar had him up to the F5, he was gonna hit it, and then got countered, pushed against the ropes. Roman spears him. 1, 2, 3, and new WWE champion and new unified, undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns. He now has the Universal Championship and the WWE Championship around his waist, or shoulders if you will. He barely lifted them both up at the end, but hey, you got to acknowledge the tribal chief. Because I wore this Bloodline t-shirt throughout the entire WrestleMania. I enjoyed both WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. There were some matches that were hit and miss, and I can't wait to see tonight's Monday Night Raw tomorrow. It's gonna be very confusing, I know. I want to let me know what you thought of WrestleMania, both WrestleMania 1 and 2, in the comments below, and feel free to subscribe, like, share this video, whatever you want to do. I'm Danrvdtree2000, also known as Dan2x15 on Xbox Live, and I don't know if I skipped through. I think the next pay-per-view is usually Money in the Bank, so I will be seeing you at the Money in the Bank predictions and the Money in the Bank review as well. And until then, goodbye, and have a stupendous day. Wrong button. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to watch the previous video, click on the video on the left. But if you want to watch the playlist, then click on the video on the right. Also, feel free to click subscribe by clicking on the Master Chief icon on the top.